How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Big Six. As you can see, we're a man down. We did give him some time. I don't know where he is at the moment. I don't know what he's doing. He might be reviewing the game on some channel. He's not on his channel anyway, but I'm sure he'll be here in due time. Big up everyone in the chat. There's over 1,000 of you waiting. Listen, hit the like button if you haven't hit it already. Get it up to 1,000 early doors as usual. And make sure you subscribe to everyone. Steve, Cams, GRIZZ, TOBS, and Matisse, Skull, Thuggery, all channel links in the description below, as well as the Big Six channel. We haven't hit 13K yet, but if we hit 13 by the end of the stream, I might release a little sign on that channel tonight. So make it happen, people. And listen, FM London, for the next 24 hours, there's a link in the description below. 10% off all men's clothing. 10% off all men's clothing for 24 hours. Use that link if you need anything from socks, vests, boxers to tracksuits, jumpers, hoodies, all of that. So yeah, big up FM London supporting the channel. I was going to start with United Chelsea if something interesting came out of that game, but nothing interesting really came out of it. United hung on. We are going to touch on it, but I think it's only right to start with Steve, because Man City, Real Madrid, classic, Champions League classic, I have to say.
Oh man, it was a great game. It was classic. It's mad though, because it's just a mad City way, innit? Like you can score 4 goals against Real Madrid and win, and people are still coming out the ground moaning. And like, you know, it is what it is. I'm cut from different cloth. You can't be moaning, you know what I mean? It was a fantastic game of football. I understand why people would be feeling like we didn't put them to bed, but we've done that a lot this season. We left Liverpool alive at the Etihad. Maybe should have put them asleep. Same with Real Madrid, but you've got to look at it from the Real Madrid point of view as well. They conceded 4 goals, you know, so they know we can score goals. You know, we're not going to the Bernabeu like Chelsea did, 3-1 down. We're going there with a lead. So from a Man City point of view, I'm happy, but we just got to talk about the football. The football that was played by City was exceptional. And like you say, they were patched up a little bit. They didn't have Casemiro and that in there. We had to bring Fernandinho on at right back and stuff. Zinchenko played, but it was a great game. I proper enjoyed the game. It was proper end to end. Benzema in the flesh, you know what I mean? The guy's getting better with age. That goal from Benzema, the finish, you wasn't even a chance. So that ball comes in. Zinchenko's tight to his man. You're thinking everything, he's doing everything right, but it just shows you the quality of the guy to get in there. And then you've got Kevin De Bruyne again, you know what I mean, turning up in these games. The penalty situation. I don't know about the penalty situation. Did you see about some guy put on today about, he said it shouldn't have been a penalty because the rules changed that if it hits, if you try to clear it and it hits your hand, apparently it's not a penalty. And he put a video on of a similar thing in a league, and a guy headed it and it hit his arm. He jumped ahead, it headed it, hit his arm. And it wasn't a penalty because it came off his head and then hit his arm. And then loads of people jumped on the bandwagon then, but no one mentioned out in the ground, you know what I mean? It just happened so quick. So that's an interesting one. Any stat men out there to find the rule on that, because that was a bit mad. But overall, listen, I'm not going to moan. I enjoyed the game of football. We scored 4 goals against Real Madrid in the semi-final, and we're going to Madrid in the lead. There's no away goals. So it's basically like a 1-0. If you'd have said to me before the game, Steve, will you take 1-0 to Madrid? 100%. You know what I mean? They're not the team that they once was, but what they are is a very, very experienced side, and you've got to be on them. And I think it's credit to the way we set up. We could have come out that game, sat deep and tried to nick a 1-0, but we didn't. We came out, we fought fire with fire. Yeah, we scored 4 goals. It left us wide open. We conceded 3 goals. But it's just game on now in the Bernabeu. I'm looking forward to it. I go out there on Tuesday. And it's all to play for, you know what I mean? It's not over. It's not over at all. It's going to be hard again, and we've just got to do what we need to do and just get over the line and get to the final now.
You're on mute.
Mute.
Who?
Turkish is on mute. Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm on mute. Imagine that. Is this the real one, yeah?
Yeah, right.
Saeed is.
Of course it is.
He's going to extend your contract, Cams. You're back next week, Saeed. Thursday.
Don't go anywhere, Saeed. Don't go anywhere.
Trust me, and I see the super chats building. I'm going to get to them soon enough, but obviously let's just be touching on that game more, because I'm sure all of us appreciated that game for what it was, because it was a mad one. Cams, who out of City's players, who would you take? The three players you would take at Man United. Who would be the top three?
From City?
Yeah.
Hey, that's a luxury question. You're asking me. Hey, I don't know, bro.
I'm interested to hear your opinion on it.
I'll take
De Bruyne's first.
You take KDB. I'll probably take. Bro, nah, they got too much. That's a hard question. They got Foden. They got Cancelo. They got Edison. They got too many, bro. That's a killer question. You got to ask someone like GRIZZ, whose team is actually ready. You know what I mean? You can't ask me. I'll take the whole 11.
Fair enough.
My pick 3, innit?
You can't, bro. What? Let me think.
Pick 3, like we.
KDB, Rodri. I'll take KDB, Rodri, and I don't know. Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz. I was going to say Diaz.
For you,
the spine. I'll take the spine. Fix that. That would instantly. The spine of the team will be patterned, and then you can go from there. You can build from there. But there's Foden. There's so many, bro. Listen, I would have taken Jack Grealish to be Man United's star man, and now he's City's bench warmer. So that just explains everything. You know what I mean? So
mine's easy. Mine's easy.
Mine's
easy as well. Mine's easy. Yeah, KDB, Rodri, and Foden.
Yeah.
For Liverpool, what you take Rodri for Liverpool?
Yeah, people hate me for rating Rodri. I fucking love Rodri.
Yeah, Rodri.
I think he's an animal, bro. I love Rodri. I put him, and again, I'm a Liverpool fan, so it's blasphemous to say anything about my own players. But I'm real, man. I rate Rodri on a level with Fabinho. Fabinho obviously has more experience, and so I'd put him just ahead because of the experience. But Rodri's an animal, and Foden's generational, man. Foden is fucking generational, and Pep has coached him, managed him perfectly, and he's coming on so good. I'm so jealous about Foden.
Who did you say again, Cam? Sorry, Rodri, KDB, and
Rodri,
Diaz.
KDB, and probably Diaz. Yeah, but then even Gundogan, bro, they got an embarrassment of Rich because Gundogan control.
I'm taking Diaz, Cancelo, and Kevin De Bruyne. For me,
there's too many options, man.
I'd probably take the 3 Cams picked. I can't lie to you. I need to shore up the midfield, man. And Rodri and De Bruyne does that, and then Diaz shores up the defense a bit more. So who did you say, Tobs?
KDB, Cancelo, and Diaz. I think Cancelo would be a monster in the way we play
in the Conte system.
And the Conte system, and then Diaz, just because we're crying out for another like top centre back, and Diaz would moonwalk into our team. So, yeah.
Diaz is good. Diaz is he's a little bit overrated though. He's a little bit overrated. He was put up like, he's not like Van Dijk in that level, I'll be honest. But
Van Dijk is a unicorn though.
I know, but he was put to that level kind of like, I think people kind of said he's world class instantly. I still think he's got a lot. He's still got things to do. I rate him.
Because City were bad defensively, and then we bought him. And last season, obviously, you've seen what he did. You know what I mean? He got all the awards and that, and he's a great player, man. He's a leader. He's a little slower than what people think. I've seen him got caught out a few times, but what he did the other night, he was told to come on to Modric. So when Modric was dropping deep for Courtois to play it, he was watching Diaz coming from centre back into midfield and right up his arse, and it was mad. And Modric didn't want the ball, and he was like nah, and then they were playing it other ways. So it was a good tactical game as well to watch. You know what I mean? You watch, obviously Fernandinho's come on. Stones was injured, played the first half. Fernandinho's come on. He's come on, made a couple of good interceptions. He's got down that byline, whipped that ball in. Foden scores, and then he switched off for a slight second because I'm sure Pep said to him, "Look, don't get too tight to Vinicius because he's going to spin you." Soon as he spins him, you've seen the reaction of Pep as if to say, fucking hell, you know what I mean? I've told you, innit? And then that's just what it takes in these Champions League. You switch off once and you get punished. And then the penalty's the penalty. Like I say, it is what it is. But Benzema, fair play to him, because at weekend he missed 2 penalties against Osasuna. So to step up and just do that is next level. But do you know what? We should have put him to bed. We had Mahrez with a couple of great chances where he could have squared. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is, and that's what's frustrating about City at the minute. We're not putting people to bed. Will it come back and haunt us? I don't know. You know,
are you nervous about that though? Because at the Bernabeu, we've seen them do it to PSG. We see them do it to Chelsea. When a club has the heritage, and Benzema's talking calmly. You know, he's saying, "Listen, we got something for them at home. The fans are going to be up for it. They've been there. They've done it more times than anyone in history." Are you not nervous a little bit?
We're the only team that's beat them 3 times on the trot in the Champions League history. The last 3 games against them, we've beat them at the Bernabeu as well. Yeah. So I'm going to the Bernabeu and thinking, let's have it, because I don't think if they think they can have it with us toe to toe, we'll beat them, because we can set it to another level. And you've seen in that first half, we set the pace, that the same pace we went in at Liverpool with, the same pace we went in at Chelsea with at Stamford Bridge. We set it, it blew them away. It's our own downfall that we get too excited and we keep on pushing and pushing. But that's just the Man City way. Pep way ain't going to change it. He's asking Fernandinho to do a Kyle Walker job because we don't play any other way. You can't do that. Zinchenko had a great game, but he played most of it on the edge of their box. You know what I mean? And it's mad. But listen, I've just got to take it into context. Manchester City have just done Real Madrid in the semi-final. We're going over there with a lead, and that is all you want as a City fan going to Madrid. You want something. Look at Matisse. Matisse was going to Madrid the other week, 3-1 down, and Chelsea went there and give it him. So anyone that thinks Manchester City can't go to Real Madrid and give it him, you're wrong.
I think the one thing, there's a couple of things I wanted to know about that, because I didn't even get to watch the full game. I had to do a highlights thing, but from what I watched, like look at the goals that Real Madrid had to score to win. Like, you've got literally like a 0.02 chance converted by Benzema, Vinicius rinsing Fernandinho and running half a pitch to score, and then a penalty. Like, and then you look at Man City. Man City created around 6-7 clear-cut chances, and for me, if Man City play their normal game, they're going to that final for me. Like, I think Real Madrid, I respect the heritage. But seriously, like, PSG should have knocked them out. And
we
Chelsea
beat better Real Madrid sides than that, and with less teams than what we've had. That's what I'm saying.
Chelsea, like, I think that's the thing. They got a lot of players that can step it up at a moment's notice, which is obviously the danger. But I think in a game of football, Man City are just way too equipped to lose to Real Madrid, and Kevin De Bruyne as well. Like, he's been up
because it's hard now, because there's a few of them players, whether you like it or not, that are carrying knots and things, and Pep's trying to patch them up, and they're coming out. And you can see late on in that Madrid game, a few of our lot was blowing out their ass. If you look at the games they've had coming up in the last few weeks, we just seem to be getting a few injuries towards the end of the season. The Fernandinho thing against Liverpool was never going to work well. Fernandinho the other night cost us a little bit. Zinchenko's now playing left back. If we go there with Cancelo and Walker, Vinicius doesn't run from the halfway line and score past Kyle Walker. Even if Kyle Walker's 10 yards behind him, he catches him. And then, so there's little things, but they didn't have Casemiro, so I expect them to be a lot more combative in the midfield over there. But look, it tees up for an interesting game, man. I was privileged. I come out of that game the other night. I was privileged. It was a proper footballing game. I enjoyed it. And then you got like little weasels and that messaging me going, "Oh, Steve, fucking hell, man, we're going to throw it away." And I'm like, "Oh, man, you need to calm down, innit? We're winning. You know what I mean? We're winning. If we got beat 4-3, everyone would be having a meltdown."
I tell you what don't help from my side. I think if I was a City fan, possibly like some of these weasels. Maybe I'm a weasel, but Pep's body language, Steve, like during the game on the touchline, I know he's always animated. We know he's always like that. But, you know, there were certain phases in the game, especially every time they scored or conceded, it was like he was regret. Obviously, there's regret, but he was kind of not sending the right vibes to the rest of the team. Now, you guys are already a team and players that haven't won it yet. So the pressure is twofold on you guys, right? And you're going to a place where you're a better team. Everyone knows you're a better team. You're far better organized, structurally, everything. But they've got that heritage. And the way Benzema and Ancelotti speaking and a couple of players speaking, they know that they may have that psychological edge on you. And I don't think
Yeah,
Pep's
we
body language
know-
and the way he talks helps the team. I think you should just
know
be
that.
positive about it.
We know that Real Madrid are the kings of that bullshit, innit? They're the kings of it. You know what I mean? They spin it how they want to spin it. If they came out and sounded defeatist on the TV, then fans in Madrid would kill them. So they can't come out on the TV any other way than the way they do. It's a Real Madrid way. They can't come on national TV on the Champions League and say we're shitting it a bit from City. They got to come out with a chest out. The Real Madrid, you know what I mean? Yeah, Pep did get animated a little bit. He did, but he does that from time to time. I'm not too worried about that. I think it's when players don't listen to his instructions or when he's telling them to do a certain thing and they don't do it, he tends to go a bit mad. There was one thing I noticed in the game, though, which was crazy. We had the tempo up really high. We were pressing and pressing and pressing. They just scored. And Pep was going mad to slow it down. And I think it's because Real Madrid had got their tails up as well and was like feeding off the crowd and feeding off the whole vibe. So Pep was like, calm it down. And then all of a sudden, City slowed it down. But then it wound our crowd up because we're football fans, innit? We want to see go attacking. But Pep was like, no, calm it down. And I think we've got that in the locker to do that. I just think we're in a good place. If we go over there with the full-backs, we're definitely going to score in Madrid for me.
I've got two things, yeah. One thing is,
You don't want to move on, innit? You don't want to move on.
No. Bro, this is a great game, bro. You got to get this is a high quality game.
You don't want to move on.
One thing I'll say, there was good attacking play, great midfield play as well. But come on, what is going on with the standard of defending in football? Because I'm sorry, you look at some of the centre halves at these top football clubs, yeah. Alaba, he is a left back, yeah. He's playing centre back. Nacho is average. Militao, I'm not impressed with him either. John Stones, I like Stones. Obviously, he came off. Diaz, I've said my opinion on him. Laporte, I just think when you look at these centre halves now, that's one thing that I'll give Liverpool. Konate looks unbelievable. Van Dijk.
I was going to say, bro, 30 clean sheets in 50 games.
Yeah, Matip looks fantastic, but I just feel like defending nowadays is just too loose. It's too open. It's too wide. The actual quality of these centre halves are just not amazing, in my opinion. And when I was seeing that game, as much as there was great attacking play and stuff, I was like guys are just getting opened up for fun, man. No defensive solidity on either side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't forget though, now there's no away goals, so these teams years ago you was cautious of somebody scoring at your ground because you didn't want to go into a tie with away goals. Now that doesn't matter. So now look at the games you're getting: Chelsea 3-1, then going over there scoring goals. Man City 4-3 the other night, because it literally doesn't matter. And I think City are guilty of that. If City set up really defensive, like an Atletico Madrid style, and beat Real Madrid 1-0. Everyone would be going crazy about it, saying, oh, fucking hell, he stuck the gaff out. At the end of the day, we went toe-to-toe. Yeah, we scored 4 and we got caught and we conceded 3. But what a hell of a game. And we're going over there with a lead. And I think that's what you've just got to take out of it. They know we can get at them. We know they can get at us. But, let's see how it pans out over there. I'm looking forward to it.
And I got a message for all Man United fans, yeah? Watching that game, every Man United fan needs to be worried going forward in the future if you're not already worried. Because I remember when I was younger and I watched Man United versus Real Madrid when Beckham scored the free kick, or the goals when Scholes scored against Barcelona. Them big European nights made you dream, bro. Those are the games that made you be like, I'm so happy to be a Man United fan, or anyone below would want to be a Man United fan at that moment. So all of these future generations, they're watching this Man City team in UCL classics, bro. They're watching Liverpool are always Liverpool, but they're watching these teams, and these fans will start supporting Man City. These fans will be buying KDB tops, Foden's a young legend.
You've already jumped ship.
All right, check this out, Thomas. The problem is Steve don't want them.
Yeah. No, but these.
Now, do you know what? Did you see the picture of Benzema celebrating, and they've highlighted it, all these people, right? Well, let me tell you about that. Yeah, that's the south stand, bottom corner, where the away fans sit. And obviously, you've been to the Etihad, Toby. You get all 3 tiers. Yeah, Real Madrid sent 2 tiers back, so they only had 1. So Manchester City sold that bottom section to sponsors. Yeah, that whole section was full of guys with Nissan scarves on, right? They didn't support Real Madrid. They didn't support City. They had Nissan scarves on Beginning of the game, the whole South Stand was singing Blue Moon. They were just stood there and not know what the fuck was going on. So that is the same corner when KDB scored and ran to. So if you watch, they're doing the same to KDB. Now everyone's ripping Man City's fan base apart because they've seen a picture, yeah? Well, let me tell you, that's a corporate section. If you want me to get you a Nissan scarf next time, I'll go and get one. But at the end of the day, yeah, you get them every Champions League night. You know that. You've got to give tickets to sponsors in these games, and they've stuck them there. But at the end of the day, the atmosphere was decent the other night. I don't care what anyone says. And if anyone's seen, was it Kate Abdo's dad? And he did the interview with Schmeichel and Carragher, and he turned around and said the atmosphere was brilliant. Because these people, they're watching on the TV, turn the telly up, innit? You listen. You know what I mean? It was a great atmosphere, one of the best I've seen at the Etihad. And people got behind.
London City fans are coming. London City fans, give it 10
They're
years.
already here, bro. They're already here.
Yeah. I do think the Man City fan thing is overstated at times, man. I've been there in the Champions League night, and it was loud, and there wasn't an empty seat. So
it's the only thing, Toby. There's two things in it. You've not won the Champions League and empty seats. That is all they can get. But I'll take that because I've had 30 years of people being able to rip my team apart, from the hot dogs to the floodlights to the pitch. Shit players. So if they can beat me with a Champions League and empty seats, I'm taking it all day. You know what I mean? It's just jealousy at the end of the day. But we witnessed one of the greatest Champions League games of the last few years, and I'm going to Madrid to get Factor 50 on my bonds on Tuesday and watch my team in the Bernabeu. I don't give a fuck what anyone says, innit? Life's good.
Yeah,
good.
That's the thing. That's the thing about modern day social media. Now people nitpick at little things and stick on it. Like, you're one of the fans that went through the mud before seeing all the success, so it's hard to do that. But like Cam's mentioned, the London City fans that are emerging and will continue to emerge, you know, they haven't seen that.
Did you see the one I put in the group chat with the Chinese guy who thought he was allowed to get a flare out in the middle of the ground? He got a flare out. He got a flare out in the middle of the ground. He's obviously never been to the game before, and he just stood there with a flare, smiling. About 10 I dragged him out. Yeah. He got a 3-year football ban.
I've seen that happen a few times. You know, I can't even lie, because obviously when you go to matches abroad, you see that regularly. Like, it's not a problem.
He's got a 3-year football ban and a Nissan scarf.
Big up Vinny though, with the X Factor. You know what I mean? Vinny.
Who's that?
That was nice, isn't it? GRIZZ, you like that one? The little run through his legs. And
Vinny, yeah. Even Pep's reaction though.
I gave a little extra. I gave a little extra woo for you.
Let me look at the super chats quickly before we move into Liverpool as well. We're 25 minutes in, people. Get the likes up to 1,000. I think we're nearly there anyway. John says, where's Matisse doing homework? He's here. Matisse, you good? Why do you look so vexed? You're on mute as well.
Get off mute.
I'm vexed, innit? But we'll get into
his mum told him to keep the noise down. That's why he was on mute.
Toby, shut up.
It's not the day. All our fans are blinded by the Champions League win. We are far behind where we should be. Matisse, please start pinning some blame on Thomas Tuchel now. Everything is not individual mistakes. He can't develop the ruthlessness needed.
Bro, I know where you're going to come from, Matisse. Just hold it.
Obviously, you didn't watch the game, fam.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I know
the Gremlins are divided.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Internal.
I was pulling my hair out as well, bro, and I ain't got none. So I don't know what I was pulling, but I was pulling.
What's this one here? US fan here, and I love soccer in capitals. All right, mate. Arsenal fan, calm down. You are being historical. Chicken on board team fan. You could start a workout channel. City fan here, by the way. I'm sure you wasn't in the mud with Steve back in the day, my guy. So
I've never seen him at Millwall away when I was getting leg down them entries. No way.
So you can get the smoke same way. Mudit says Arsenal finishing third. We are new Arsenal fans banging on about how great the manager is, blaming every loss on players. Where are the standards? Listen, people, try to keep the super chats relevant to the teams we're discussing at that time. You'll get more chance of that, super chat being commented on and delved into. It's hard to get off topic. So big up everyone still sending them in. Big up everyone just making comments and engaging. But yeah, try to keep it relevant. Ollie says 3,000 Frankfurt fans were allowed at West Ham in the Europa League than the Etihad against Madrid in the Champions League. So quiet, says Ollie. LT Gaming says, if Roman was still owner, would Tuchel be sacked? I was thinking this today. 14 points off top, spending 100 mil and only 6 points off. Awful Arteta. Not even a top 3 manager. Tuchel's lucky Roman got the sack. Third of the fans watching the City Champions League game were tourists and uni students. Will the real City fans please stand up? Adam says, I'm not even trying to do the whole City got no fans talk, but for such a classic game, the City fans were a bit dead, not going to lie. The Madrid fans will drown you in the Bernabeu, but you got 30 players. Who would Steve and you guys take from Liverpool? We'll answer that question real soon when we move on to Liverpool. Mad love for you, man. Helping my mental health. Hate the Gremlins. Turk, I see your mad work rate. Cam, rate your thing, but United are in quicksand. Big Six wouldn't be Big Six if they wasn't late. Love from man, I swear. Love my guy. Appreciate those words. And you know, we're just doing what we're doing, talking about football. Glad it can help you, my guy. Keep your head up. Miles says, please, can we put some respect on Bernardo? Perfect blend of work rate and technical quality. I'm not even a City fan, but he's so underrated.
We always do. Everyone speaks highly of Bernardo. Yeah, man. Even me, I hate him. I hate his guts, but he's an absolute wonderful footballer.
Yeah.
You hate him for that guard of honour thing, innit?
I just think he's a cunt.
When GRIZZ uses those words there, you know he means it. Miles says, please can we put... Oh, shit, I've read this one already. Hi, guys. I'm a Chelsea fan. Big up Matisse. I want to say today's match was horrible in just the attack because we don't have a finisher in these chances. I'm very mad, and to lose the match... Oh, it was a draw.
You drew, no?
Yeah. GRIZZ, James better than Trent with a little wink emoji. Don't set GRIZZ off early. We're going to move on to Liverpool.
Go wink off, man. Wink off, man.
Big Ben is about to educate you, man, Steve. TOBS, nice hat, says Joe. GRIZZ, quad, and Everton stay up, or no quad, and they go down. Nice hat. GRIZZ, quad, and Everton stay up, or no quad, and they go down.
Quad. Let them stay up, man. Who cares? A little brother there, man. They can stay up if you want to. Go down if you want.
They're not going to reach those levels anyway. Well, Everton have had their time, though. They'd probably be the biggest club to be relegated, right?
Definitely. Oh, yeah, definitely.
100%.
100%. KP says, yo, big up the panel. Champions League heritage is overhyped. City are cooking Madrid at the Santiago barbecue. Yeah, I said it. Chelsea and Barcelona stacked them at their place. Why can't City? And Jamil says, GRIZZ said Ronaldo stat padding against small teams. He has 9 goals versus Chelsea, Spurs, and Arsenal. 9 out of his 17 in the Prem.
Correct. Small teams.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Reiterated his point.
Thank you for the super chat, though.
And then Klopp's also signed the fucking contract. So that clip you tried to use against me, Tobes, a couple of weeks ago, where I said, yeah, if Pep and Klopp retire, then Arteta might do something.
You're still going on about that?
It's not happening, mate.
It's still fucking going on about that. You not seen that video from Top Boy when Kano says it to Best?
Yeah.
Still fucking going on about
that. Go on, GRIZZ, talk to us, man. Liverpool 2-0, 60 minutes. It was hard work.
It's a great day. It's a great day to be a Liverpool fan. Like, nothing can top what we're doing in terms of a fan. But then today, the club come out with Jurgen Klopp out of the blue signing an extension. Wow, mad. It's just like we were already floating. And now someone just giving us one of those power packs, and boom, like, you know what I mean? Jurgen Klopp is above any player signing. I've said it. He's the key to our success. You know, Mane, Salah, Bobby, whatever. Yeah. Great players come and go. Elite players come and go. But this guy's a 1 in a million for us anyway. You know, everyone each to their own, what they think of their managers and coaches of the past. But this guy's a phenomenon. Like, everyone knows the job he's done. I'm not going to bore everyone with the job he's done. So him extending the contract is a madness. Them announcing it 1 month before is a potential madness. And I know Liverpool fans like been asking me, like, what does that mean? Like, because they could have held that back another month. It would have made sense. But now I don't know if it bring pressure on him. I don't know. It'd be interesting to hear you guys' opinion. But I think it's a boost for the players, the boost for the club, boost for the fan base. But I think this comes with a bit of added mad pressure that they didn't need to do or come out with. But
why do you think it adds pressure though?
Just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just waiting for something to burst, Tobes, because everything's rosy, everything's so good. I don't think they needed to give that boost right now. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Like there's only one element of not negativity, but just thought. Like I'm thinking like added pressure. Like this could come back to sort of like Jurgen Klopp's announcement distraction. I don't know. You know how media works. Anything. People jump on it. It could act
I
as
think it's a boost. I can't lie.
I think it's 100%. I think it's a boost, but I'm just trying to cover all angles. Could it be like a, if people think, but apart from that, yeah, man, Villarreal, people saying, oh man, wish it was Bayern Munich, wish it was Juve. Well, talk to Villarreal, innit? Talk to Unai Emery why it wasn't them teams. Do you know what I mean? This Villarreal team ain't got a big name, but they've got some game plans, bro. Trust me, I watched both legs against Bayern. Let's go. And this Unai Emery, he's not a joke. He's not a joke. I know, like Arsenal fans perceived him as a joke, but that's to their detriment. You know what I mean? He's a bad boy coach. And we put him away nicely, man. We were so controlled. 76% possession, 28 shots in a semi-final. This is on the back of playing Man City, Man United, and Everton before. We just coasted through this 4 games like they were nothing, man. And it's a great time to be a Liverpool fan. But I've said it for a few weeks now. I said this weekend is the pivotal one because I've said Newcastle away, in my opinion, is going to be the hardest game left. I know we got Spurs at home, and this could come back to get clipped and come back to haunt me. But in my opinion, the Newcastle away this weekend and the Leeds away for City, I think it's pivotal this weekend for both teams. That's just my opinion. Hope. If we come out unscathed from this weekend, then boy, dream till we can't dream no more, man. That's what I'm going to keep saying.
You know what I wanted to say with Emery, because a lot of people were saying, "Oh, Villarreal, this, that, and the third." Everyone knew how Villarreal were going to set up. It's one for starters, it's Anfield, and 2, it's Villarreal. Everyone knew how they were going to set up. But Unai Emery, he's a good manager at what he does. Like he's won the Europa Leagues with I think 2 different sides, but it's clear what type of manager he is, and it's clear what type of club he is suited to. Which is why I don't think this is why he didn't bang at Arsenal. I think Unai Emery is not a protagonist type manager. Like he's not a manager who wants to play on the front foot. So yeah, I think
that's a fair shout. That's a very
are suited to his skill. He's a very tactical manager, and he's a manager who.
What I will say, I agree with you. In fact, yeah, and I said this as well on my preview streams as well. That he's not suited, and that suggests why he's 7th in the league. So he's got a good record against cup finals, cup teams, whatever. But then when he has to take the game to people, he can't do it. But against Bayern Munich, they played football.
He did it against Bayern, to be fair, in the first leg.
We didn't let them. TOBS, we did not let them out. We didn't let them out in our half. We were animals possessed. And that's when we're our finest and best, man, when we don't let you breathe. Like every man was on heat, like from our position. Like the amount of counters we just stopped in their tracks. And then yeah, man, it was like frightening. Did you hear the players' interviews afterwards and the coaches? Like, did you hear Capure's interview? Capure's like they were asking like, what was it like out there? He goes, whoa, it was like wolves, you know what I mean? Like we were sheep and they were wolves. Like I told you, lot, it's a lot of pain coming to Anfield, and now you lot see he was laughing in the interview. It was actually a wicked interview. Check it out. And he's like, I told you, lot, this is a serious place to come to. And when they play like that, there's not a lot we could do. We had so many different plans, but we couldn't execute none of them because of this team.
Can I just say as well, Sadio Mane as well, like, bruv, the guy, fam, tough. Like, he's showing, like, you know what you said about him a couple episodes ago, like similar to Kevin De Bruyne. When it's crunch time, the big players come to the fore, and I think Sadio Mane, like, he's literally just stamping his name all over.
Bro, he went to African nations.
What you can potentially do.
He went backyard, and boy, he came back. You know what I mean? Pure revved up. That was a boost, and we said it. Every Liverpool fan was saying we prefer if Mane wins it because of the boost it will give him, because of the form that he was in at the time. You forget me. So, you know what I mean?
Hey, GRIZZ, don't joke with that one. Liverpool fans wanted Salah to win that one.
Receipts. I could bring receipts.
Coming from a mile away.
I've got bare
Liverpool
receipts.
fans wanted Salah to win that one, bro. Come
No.
on,
The Liverpool fans that you talk to, man. You talk to Egypt.
Nah, bro, I saw it on the day. I saw your message as well. You were like,
No.
Salah, we love you. Congratulations to Mane. You just give him a little thumbs up. You wanted Salah to win it, man. Don't try it, man.
Everyone knows Sadio is my Lion King, man. And you know what? At the time, Salah was flying and Mane wasn't. So I said Mane wins it. It will give him a boost. And you know what? He's come back. He's come back so hard, so hard. And you know, fair play to him because he's an absolute gem of a bloke as well. And that people forget that side of him. He's a humble guy.
But you know what? Like when you were talking about Jurgen Klopp, like re-signing, like honestly, for me, it's a boost because you obviously GRIZZ, like Paul Joyce and stuff is releasing all the players that you guys want and stuff. That might be assurances that those players need at the same time. So that's necessarily a boost. Salah, maybe that's a boost for him. He now knows he's staying. Maybe he'll sign on as well. And in general, bro, when you have someone that's that iconic to the club, I'm seeing people talk about potentially when he leaves, will he get a statue and all this type of stuff? It can only be a boost. If Sir Alex Ferguson announced at any point of the season before a Champions League final and said I'm signing, it's a boost. It's not an average.
But you get what I'm saying? The way the media works in this country. Like
yeah.
You know, if anything goes wrong or anything, they're gonna say, "Oh,
why did he do that then?"
That's the thing.
Nah, I know what you're saying, but bro, like such a figurehead, and I tweeted it today. Like, Liverpool couldn't have got this appointment more right. Like he's about to be at this club for 10 years. You know when you bring a manager and you always say, "Oh, he'll be in there for the next 5 years." Give him. He's going to be there for 10 years. And people are going to say, well, 1 title in 7 seasons or whatever. But we all know the context. He's in the last 4 seasons. Okay, they had a blip last year, but we know through injury, has pushed or beaten Man City to the top. I mean, 3 Champions League finals potentially. We can't act like, you know, people do this whole Tuchel's been to 6 finals and Klopp's only been to all this type of stuff. They gotta let it go, man. At some point, you just gotta kind of give people their respect. And what Klopp is doing is absolutely unbelievable. And bro, I can't. The next few years is gonna be even more scary. Now he's able to build his second rebuild of Liverpool, but that's the names that we're starting to see them get linked with, Bellingham and all these type of players. It could be scary, man. But touching on the Villarreal game, did anyone see Jason Cundy's TalkSport thing?
No.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Come on, like he was getting cooked for that, but bro, he's spot on, man. Let's be real, he's spot on. When we all saw Villarreal, everyone said it's going to be an easy Champions League draw, and all of a sudden, now that Jason Cundy's saying it, he's saying it with a bit too much vim. It was coming a little bit disrespectful, but they are a poor team. Let's be real, Villarreal are a poor team, and them being at that stage of the Champions League is an indictment on a lot of the other teams in Europe. And when you look at the other teams in Europe, Man City and Liverpool permitted away, the teams are pretty average, man. Like around Europe, the teams are pretty average. Every team is in a rebuild or they just simply fell off. Teams in Europe are not that good, bro. Let us be honest, bro. They're average.
Fuck Jason Cundy, though. Fuck him and anything he stands for.
Yeah, but he was right. Villarreal are poor. Everyone in here.
Whether he was right or wrong, fuck him.
Do you know what? They even only lost 2-0, bro. People were saying Liverpool are going to win 5-0, 4-0. Then all of a sudden, Jason Cundy comes out and says Villarreal poor, and everyone's like, "No, Villarreal, give them the respect. They're good. Stop it, man. You're just shooting the messenger at this point. They're a poor team. Simple as that."
They're not a good side, but they got
Toby, are you still affected from your
players?
Toby, are you still affected from your moment on TalkSport? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I just hate him. I can't stand him. I just can't stand the guy.
You hate so many things. Where's the love?
I think he talks garbage 60% of. In fact, 80% of the.
I hate this as well, and I agree with Toby, and I disagree with his assessment, Jason Cundy's, and Cam's assessment, because I think you need to. And we and Steve, it's gonna look like we're fucking. I was gonna say a word. Each other, yeah. No, but you got to. The thing you got to respect the levels we've taken the game to. I keep saying it. Why is no one respecting that and instead talking other teams down? Bollocks. Did anyone ever talk other teams down when Barcelona winning every year or Bayern Munich winning every year? Bayern Munich have just won 10 titles in a row. PSG just won their whatever in a row. You know what I mean? Inter Milan, resurgent Inter Milan. We're way clear of these teams, and I said it from early. I'm not saying it now that we're on the verge of the final. Did I not say this in the group games, guys? Did I not say
you did, but I think
are the best teams in Europe? I don't give a shit about their levels. This is the same argument I have about the Arsenal. We bring it back to Arsenal very early, like, oh, other teams are crap. Every team's got to look after themselves. We've looked at ourselves so nicely that we've got the 2 best coaches, the 2 best squads, and we're the best teams in Europe. Face it, accept it.
But Grizz, I think the reason Cam's point alludes to the fact that the teams that
I think it's bitter. Not Cam.
I don't think it is bitter because
all teams are shit. What kind of rubbish is that? All teams are shit.
No, Jason. I think Jason.
We're good. We're excellent.
I just literally said. Sorry, Toes, but I just literally said City and Liverpool are fantastic teams. You guys are in the peak. You guys have the best one. It's great. I'm not saying you guys winning the Champions League or getting to the Champions League means that football is dead. I'm not saying that.
You're suggesting that though. You're suggesting it's on the basis of others are crap.
No,
we're making them look ordinary.
No, I'm not saying it's on the other. I'm not saying, bro. You guys could have had a fantastic team in the semis and won. What I'm just saying is, when you look at the top teams in Europe, like the historic top team, AC Milan, Inter Milan, Juventus, Real Madrid are in a Barcelona dead, Man United, Chelsea, these teams are just not that good at this present moment. Matisse is probably going to go on a whole monologue about how Chelsea need to do this and do that and do this. Bayern Munich, they need to improve in loads of areas. Man United, all these top teams in Europe, their standards are not what it used to be. You guys are obviously on the standard you should be. Man City are on the standard you should be. All I'm saying is the guys below are not at the standard. It's the same way. Bro, Chris, it's like if you talk about centre backs, yeah? How I just said, for me, Van Dijk is at that level where you can be like, that is a top centre half. When you go through, by the time you get to number 5 of the best centre backs in the world, they're pretty average. They're pretty average in totality.
How do you base the other team's level on then? What do you base it on? Because if we're making them look ordinary, and all the others are fighting amongst themselves. For example, let me just give you a small example. If we played Bayern in the semi-final instead of Villarreal, everyone would have said, yeah, Real Madrid, Man City, Bayern, Liverpool, the 4 best teams in Europe. I know for a fact that we would have smoked Bayern even easier. Yeah? And I said Man City going to smoke Madrid. Even though it was 4-3, that was a 6-3 game.
Doesn't that enhance Cam's point?
No. But check this out. Let me finish it. But what I'm saying is, I'm saying it from time. That means we're on a different level to these teams. They're doing what they got to do. That's
you are on a different level. But we used to have semi-finals that were actually competitive. We used to have.
But this is my point, Matisse. I'm saying we've taken that on.
Yeah, but the standards.
Do you get what I'm coming from?
Everybody else, the standard. Yeah, I get what you're coming from.
How do you base that standard?
I think from history, I guess from what we used to watch, because that's what we.
You didn't watch a classic last night.
That's what.
You didn't watch a demolition job at Anfield and a classic at City. What did you lot? How did you lot base that on? What then?
The classic.
The same teams that we're talking about
dominated that.
The same clubs that we're talking about are winning their league still. Nothing's changed. Their points tally. Go and check out their points tally. Just because we're making them look like paupers doesn't mean they're so crap. It means we're so good. That's what I'm saying.
The point is Liverpool and Man City are detached because your standard is your standard. Forget about the other clubs. Your standard is your standard, and you set a ridiculous standard. Cam's point is around the level that the other clubs are playing at.
And I'm saying, how do you base that standard on what? What's it based on?
You base it on how you base.
Are they suddenly not winning their leagues?
No. You base it on how these teams are performing in the past. Juventus aren't winning their league. They didn't win it last season.
Put it like this:
they're not going to win it this season.
The best comparison.
Bayern Munich is a one-team league, Grizz. They're always going to win their league. They coach the best players. They're always going to win their league. Everyone knows the true barometer of Bayern Munich is what they do in Europe. Same for PSG. Yeah. And in Europe, Bayern Munich have just not been good enough this season. They've won a couple games, but they've been way too slow.
Even in the Bundesliga, you watch them; they're average, bro. This season, they're not impressive. Like they're not impressive in their league. Like the fact that you hear Bayern Munich and you're just kind of like, whatever, bro. When Man United were the best team in the world, when we had Barcelona or whoever, you're still like
20 years ago.
Yeah, it don't matter. You don't know about best team, or maybe Lineker days, or I don't know, like that's going and that. I don't know, bro. But when Man United were the best team in the world, even when we got these certain teams, you're like, okay, cool. You're confident you're gonna win, same way you guys are confident. But the fact that you would hear Bayern Munich and just laugh like Bayern, You know what I mean? Because you know their average, bro. You know their average.
The most extreme example of this is the Scottish League. Celtic and Rangers used to be in the Champions League group stage every year. Celtic beat Barcelona at Celtic Park. Just because they're winning the league don't mean it's the same Celtic. They're not even in Europe. So that's the drop-off, what we're talking about, obviously, at a larger scale. So obviously, it's massive credit to City and Liverpool for setting the standards so high. But the rest of the teams as well, wow, the drop-off is nuts. Even Real Madrid, they're in a semi-final, but my God, look at the way they got to it. Look at the way they played against PSG. Look at the way they played at the Etihad. They're lucky not to be. They're lucky not to be like full 3 goals down in the tie.
This, inshallah, God willing, this will be our 3rd final in 4 years in the Champions League. City will be second in. Is this their second now in 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that 2 and 2?
Yeah.
That'll be 5 finals between us. That's saying something.
Elite.
That's what I'm saying.
You guys are the ones at the peak.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say, look, before we end it, what I'm trying to say is that's always been the case. A couple of teams have always been in the finals. Yeah, you used to have the Chelsea, Man United that will reach the final, or the Barcelona, Madrid. You always have that. And at the moment, we're the 2 kingpins. The rest is not our problem. If you want to base them on whatever standard, that's up to the rest. But I wouldn't take away anything from us two. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Let's get some super chats in because we got to do predictions as well. We're already 45 minutes in and we need to do 6 predictions in total. GRIZZ, I would love to see Liverpool win the league over Oyo FC for the integrity of the sport. Make sure you assist that top 4 and smoke bottle them. Selection says, I think Liverpool would have been a better game, but I also believe Liverpool would have been a unit, especially in transition. Horrible defense. And Selection again, happy to see Klopp starting to tell the players to be more calm and take care of the ball. Anything of the team here, please.
Yeah, we like him, but he's not priority.
What's that, the Porto guy?
Central midfielder, Porto.
Yeah. Money making Mitch. Emery, top 5 coaches in the world. Imagine Vieira taking Palace to win Europa. Relax, man, relax. Imagine Vieira taking
that's a crazy statement to make. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but go on, what do you want to say?
Opinion, innit?
No, it's a terrible opinion. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's fine. Leave it.
I express my outrage at it. It's a crazy opinion.
I said I expressed my... cool. Emery, top 5 coaches in the world. Imagine Vieira taking Palace to win Europa and Champions League semis on a budget less than Burnley's. More respect needs to be given to Unai. Yeah, I wouldn't say top 5, but he doesn't get the respect he deserves. And it's mainly from English fans anyway, because of his time.
Last part is true, you're right. He doesn't get enough respect.
Yeah. Let me just save this super chat from Aiden here. Luke says, yes, boys, Arsenal fan here. Best football show on YouTube. This Liverpool team, regardless of what happens this season, is the best I've seen in Premier League history. Bon Toby, Bon Spurs, Skulls, get cooking. Aswin says, Real are in a transition season and competing with the best team. Imagine next season with Mbappe and Rudiger. El Taib saying, Matisse, all those videos on Tuchemani with analysts and whatnot, and he's coming to Liverpool. Our scouting and managers are great. Quad incoming. And the last one here from Aiden says, in 2011, the top 10 players in the world were Messi, Ronaldo, Xavi, Iniesta, Rooney, Suarez, Benzema, Neymar, Forlan, Ozil. Camp is right. Football fell off.
Why are you laughing, Grizz? Fucking Forlan. Forlan was a baller, man. Allow him.
Yeah, man, he shouldn't be in that list, though.
Forlan was
Look how desperate the guy had to get at the end. First, he started off real good, and then he thought, fuck, I'm stuck. Look at him.
Hey, you're disrespectful.
Don't disrespect Forlan, though. That's a bad boy striker,
man.
No,
that's a bad boy
striker,
striker. Like you say, bad boy.
Not in that list, though. That's a bit.
He chose Benzema when he was 17 at the time.
Benzema was definitely not top 10 in the world.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. People just talk.
Hey,
come with receipts and facts, man.
Cool. Wait, what's Madrid TV saying? We're gonna smoke you at the Bernabeu 3-1. Obviously,
Forlan in the Klopp system.
Stop the system. Stop the system. Stop the system, chat.
Box of Oranges says you can't just say that teams like Milan have fallen off because when Milan were elite, Liverpool were off. PSG and City weren't elite, etc. And Abdullah says City versus Liverpool final. My predictions: the El Bantico just finished 1-1. Obviously, the Chelsea United game. A poor Liverpool beat one of the best Milan teams in 05. Shows the quality of the team around that time. I think that's the majority of those in. If I've missed any, apologies, people, but we do need to get predictions on the way.
Nice
GRIZZ,
little chat. Still.
GRIZZ, Newcastle, Liverpool.
Newcastle, Liverpool, yeah, man. Tough. I pray we come through that, man. I told you it's my hardest game left. I'm going a hard fought 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool. TOBS?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-1 Liverpool as well.
2-1 as well. Matisse?
2-0 Liverpool.
2-0. I'm going 3-1 Liverpool. Steve?
1-0.
1-0.
Ooh.
Steve
Getting
put
champions.
Put it all on the line. Steve,
If I wasn't a Liverpool fan, I would have said that.
Fair. Steve, might as well stick with you and go back to the Man City Leeds game.
Yeah, tough game. Leeds got a bit of form. Maybe could get dragged in a little bit of a relegation thing. Someone was saying, I haven't really analysed it, but
They are. They're firmly in there.
Yeah, they've got.
They unbeaten in like 5 or something.
They got Arsenal and Chelsea after us as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got us. Yeah.
So they're gonna be wanting to fight it. I think we'll get the job done. I'm gonna go 2-0 City.
2-0 City. Wait, where am I? All right, cool. 2-0 City. Got that in. Sorry, Cams. I forgot to ask you about what was it? Newcastle.
Mate, my predictions have been spot on lately. If Saeed,
Yeah, I've been noting them down there. I can't lie. You've been doing all right. I can't lie.
let me donate them to Saeed, man.
Nah,
2-0 Liverpool. But I'm hoping Kane can get on the score sheet and cause something. Do you know what I mean? But who knows? Can't rely on that nowadays. So yeah, 2-0.
Not gonna bite.
Just for the viewers out there, Saeed predicted 2-1 Liverpool. He's gone with 2-1 as well. Man City Leeds, Cams.
Man City Leeds. Who's at home?
Leeds.
3-0 City.
City. That's what Saeed's gone with. 3-0 City. GRIZZ.
3-0 City.
3-0 as well. TOBS.
2-0 Man City. In fact, yeah, 2-0 Man City.
2-0 Matisse.
Yeah, 2-0 City.
2-0. I've gone 3-0. Nah. 3-1.
3-1. Fuck.
3-1. Fuck it. We go again. Steve's gone 2-0. All right, that's all the Man City predictions in. Matisse, Cams, I don't know what you can say about that game. Obviously, Chelsea should have won it. De Gea was on
What
a
a
mad
snooze
run.
fest.
So apt that
So
it was on a
boring.
Europa League now, innit, that game? So
So
apt.
boring.
Europa League teams out there, boy.
Is that Toby talking about boring? His team haven't had a shot in target on like what 3 games?
Yeah, it was a boring game of football.
It wasn't a boring game.
It was a boring game of football.
Can I talk
Don't
about?
bring
Can
my
I
team
talk?
into
You
it.
always have something to say, man.
It was a boring game.
Brother, let us speak about our teams. He just addressed me and
It's
me. He
just
just
2
addressed
minutes.
me and Cams. He
It's
just
just-
addressed me and Cams. You're always talking, bro.
I'm not always talking.
He just
I'm not
addressed me and
always
Cams.
talking.
He's
You was talking.
He
fuming.
just addressed me and
And then
Cams.
you
You're always talking
attack
about
me.
our team. When it comes to
You
Tottenham,
attack me.
so
Turkish-
everybody else
Turkish-
speak.
Turkish has
When it
already
comes
said
to
it was a boring
Tottenham, when
game.
he's gonna ask you
Turkish
for your
already
Tottenham
said it was a boring
analysis,
game
you're
earlier.
gonna be
Where
like,
was your
oh
mouth?
yeah, everybody
Where
else
was your
talk
chest?
first,
Where
and
was
then
your
I'll
pigeon-
talk after.
Where was your pigeon chest when Turkish called it a boring game earlier on?
Bro.
Huh? Where was
When-
that pigeon chest?
I didn't even hear
Now
that.
you want- now you want
When they
that
ask
chest
you
that
for your
one.
Tottenham
I said
analysis,
boring, yeah?
when they ask you for
Allow
your
it,
Tottenham
man. Allow
analysis,
it,
you're
man.
like,
Allow
yeah,
it.
everybody
Keep
else
quiet,
go. I'll
keep
come
quiet,
after.
man.
I'll talk
Okay,
after.
I'm going on mute. I don't
This brother, bro. Turkish, if you
Keep
clock
it.
this, bro, when you ask him for the Tottenham analysis, everybody else talk first. I'll talk after. When it's time to talk about our team now, bro, relax, bro.
Tapping Hulk.
Shit, man. Because last time I tried to cook my team, Big Steve went on a whole monologue, and now I want to cook them today, and then now Toby wants to go on a monologue, fam. Everybody just stop talking. Shut up, fam. Let me do my thing. Let me cuss them for once.
Gremlin angry.
Yeah, Gremlin's angry, bro. It's getting late. It's 11 p.m. Bedtime in half an hour. You're out here moving mad. Let me talk.
I've seen a new side to you ever since you started wearing that Gym King now, or whatever it is with the gym shark.
Jim King.
Oh,
Gym shark,
shit.
yeah, man. Ever since that charge's on his chest, man, he's getting a bit snappy, man.
Stop it. Listen, Turkish lads. For once, let's not even make this about the summer and all the recruitment. Let's just talk about the game. Everybody that's been talking to me about Thomas Tuchel needs to coach attacking patterns, needs to coach this, and that, and the third. When did players ever relieve responsibility from actually playing football themselves? These attackers, Cams, we just watched that, right? Chelsea should have been 3-0 up in the first half. Clear-cut opportunities are being created, and these brothers don't want to take their chances. Kai Havertz had an absolute kalam of a first half.
Speak on it.
But just the whole team, just outside of Reece James, nobody's finishing the chances. And Man United played the same way they played against Arsenal, same way they played against Man City, same way they played against Liverpool. No shape, no tactics, no control, no nothing. 4-2-2 or something. Bruno and Ronaldo pressing from the front, leaving gaping holes in midfield. Chelsea had bare space to maneuver. But I'm watching these Chelsea attackers literally playing against us. They are Manchester United defenders. They're not Chelsea attackers. They are Manchester United defenders. A lot of them. Every single time. And you're trying to tell me that my manager is meant to coach. What more do you want him to do? What more do you actually want him to do with these guys who cannot finish? They don't put the ball in the back of the net. If that's Liverpool, they're 3-0 up at halftime. If that's Man City, they're 3-0 up at halftime. Chelsea walked through that Man United team. And I ain't even really praising them for that because Manchester United are so shit. Oh my God. Let me not even get into it. I'll let Cams do that. This is the worst Manchester United I've seen since the sperm met the egg. I am fuming that we have dropped points to this Man United team twice in the same season. 2 1-1 draws. It's embarrassing, bro. I am fully checked out of this Premier League season. Just having to watch this shit every single time. Poor finishing. Against West Ham, same shit. Just about got through that, got lucky with that. And then this one as well, same shit. Just a different day. It's proper embarrassing. I don't really feel like we can replace everybody. So we just got to pick and choose. But bruh, these attackers, man, I'm sorry. You cannot go to Old Trafford the way Manchester United set up
killing me, man.
And not win, bro. Bro, I fully
Jim King has finished me, bro. Yo, I swear to you, I can't stop laughing. I'm trying to hold it in, bro.
I can't take it. I fully can't take it. Fully can't take it. Reece James, that's what we've been missing for large parts of the season. Anybody who watched that game, you saw Reece James, you know why we bang on about this player. Unbelievable on the right-hand side. He's so good. So good on that right-hand side. Even Alonso had a good game. When your left wing-back has to score your goal after miss, after miss, after miss, after miss, that's when you know you're in trouble. These two up there, I don't know what's going on with them.
Jim King has done him, man.
When Marcus Alonso has to take your chance, that's when you know you're in trouble. Reece James had the most touches in the opposition box, the most crosses, the most touches, the most everything. He's the only person on that pitch that actually looked like he really belonged on that pitch. Kante had a better game, but then makes a costly error. How many times do I have to sit here and say that Chelsea are having individual mistakes that lead to opposition goals? Man United didn't do nothing for the whole game. We give them one chance, Ronaldo scores. Rest of the game dominated. Can't win. I don't know what Cam's assessment. I don't even know if he supports the club that we're playing. I don't know what he's on. He looks like he's about to go through the soundboards. Right?
No. We know what Cam's is doing.
Cam's is just diverting attention.
We know.
Diverting what? These
you're diverting.
Champions of Europe could have beat us twice.
Cam's
diverting.
Focus.
Hey, Jim King is funny, bro. That killed me, bro.
It's Jim Sharp.
That tickled me, bro. But listen, the champions of Europe couldn't beat us twice. It's funny because they're talking about lack of finishing, but I gotta remind you, you spent £100 million on the best whatever striker in Europe or whatever you guys were calling him. So really and truly, yes, you can say, what can we do with all of these guys? Well, get your recruitment right. You know what I'm saying? Get your recruitment right, because the difference was we've got a finisher, Cristiano. You know what I mean? I know that name sometimes sends shivers down set man in here. You know what I mean? They don't like him for some reason because he's outscoring their fave. But we've got that's the difference with us. We've got a clinical player who's going to put the ball in the back of the net. You spent 100 million on somebody, so you can't really complain about that. Get your recruitment right, and then you can be able to complain. But until then, no one's going to feel your tears about it. You know what I mean? You couldn't beat us twice. We were on our knees, bro. We were on our knees saying, please, beat us, please. Liverpool, look what Liverpool did to us. Look what City did to us. Look what these teams done, even Everton. So no one's going to feel sorry for you over here, man.
Why is every time I speak on
Unless
myself...
what was my man doing as well? Kante. Let me not even speak on him. Let me not even speak on him. Because they'll cry again when I talk about that guy. What's he doing? Running over the ball. Listen. I don't even need to get into it. Man United. It was even a weak team for United as well. Very weak team. So I don't know, man. Mata coming on the pitch, Phil Jones in 2022, and you guys couldn't beat that. And you guys were meant to be competing for the title. You guys were the champions of Europe.
So were you, bro.
Your words. Hey,
why do you run? Where do you think you're running to? Where do you think you're running to?
You predicted Chelsea were going to win the league.
Don't go anywhere.
Listen, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. This is the fixture of the pretenders, and you're with us too. I don't know where you're running off to, my bro.
The difference is,
where are you running off to?
The difference is we've accepted it. You're
so
still here getting
How can
angry.
We not accept it?
You're
Look
still
at the
here
table.
getting angry. I could have told you 6-7 weeks ago what it would have looked like.
Nah,
I don't know what you're getting angry over.
You've been angry for 5 years. That's a different situation.
I don't know what you're getting angry over. You should know. You should know where it is.
You've been angry
for 5
years. Enough. This is new for me.
Let me just tell you. Listen. You're not good enough for where you think you guys are. And I'm happy.
That's what I've been saying all season, man.
Anger that you have now, I'm happy because I feel like that anger is realization. And that means you're figuring things out, and that's good. I'm happy for you guys. Hurry up and get to this destination where you accept it and you know what you are. You still think you're top, and I've told you, new ownership is coming. Don't think that this summer is just going to be a madness. It's not, bro. New ownership is coming. You guys, as I said last week, come here. Come here. You're coming down to the pack. You were doing AFTV or whatever we were doing, DR Sports, sitting on the table. I told you, why are you in this room? You should be off with Big Steve and GRIZZ. But you were here now, and you were saying, you were sitting on that table boastful. Why am I here? Why am I here? Yeah, now you know why you're here. Now you know.
Cams, this season when the champions of Europe, it's Gymshark. Next year, it's Gym King, my brother. Discount codes all over the gaff. Gym King arrows. Spandex. I could do some spandex training pants. You saw me a code.
Listen, at the end of the day, you speak about Lukaku, but every time you put him on the pitch, his finishing. Did you not see his finish against Palace in the cup semi-final? He missed the open goal.
You know, Lukaku.
I think I have it with like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Toby, I'm talking about. He's bringing up Lukaku. We've already spoken about Kai and the fact that he's not putting.
I don't think he spoke on Kai enough.
What more do you want me to say? He missed 3 bottle job opportunities. It's not.
That was Lukaku that missed 3 sitters. We'd have heard a whole song and dance, bro.
Well, yeah, that's because one of them is actually a striker in his prime, and the other one is just become a striker this season. So listen, I don't think there's much to be doing. I think Harry Kane needs to wake up for Tottenham before we get into all that. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Huh? What are you over there singing about?
Sorry, Matty.
Do you know what? Yeah, I can never understand why a Tottenham fan is over there singing. What are you saying?
What Gam said before.
You don't even have highs and lows. You don't even have highs and lows. You just have this plateau of low, and you're over there.
He's just wondering.
What is this brother actually doing? I'm
going to buy some maracas on Amazon. So whenever I rattle you, I'm just going to shake.
What is this club actually doing on this show? This brother is commenting on highs and lows. You don't even have highs, bro. Your biggest high was Gareth Bale and Modric putting on the shirt, bro. You don't have no highs. What are you laughing about?
I think there's a bit of realization there. I was saying it all season, but I got caught bantering it. I just think it's not all rosy in the garden there, and it's all right, like you say. There's teams out there that can blame the strikers and that, but when you spend 100 million on a guy, he hasn't delivered. I get that, but with Chelsea, are frustrating to watch. I mean, I watched it tonight. They get in some good positions, and they literally just shoot straight at the keeper, or they make the wrong decision. It's frustrating, but like Cam said, there's going to be new ownership. I don't think it's going to be the levels of Roman where they can sort of twist it up and get you out the shit. I think it's going to be a lot more measured. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. But I think it's not looking that great over there at the minute. People can say what they want. I said it when they were top of the league. It wasn't all happy in the garden. I don't need to go in on the Gremlins, you know what I mean? I upset them enough this season. But all I'm saying, Matisse, you've got to be disappointed with the season you've had, because you did start the season we're well within your rights. You know what I mean? Chest out, champions of Europe, Tommy Tuchel, doing the business. But he's not. I don't know. It's just something's not right there. We can't always blame the. He had 100 million war chest and chose to spend it on one striker. You know what I mean? There was bargains out there that could have been had. He could have tweaked it here and there. He could have maybe kept a couple of the loan players he got rid of. We don't know. But listen, I'm not going to slag him too much. But I don't think it's great over at Chelsea. You got to admit that, Matisse. But because when you come on and try to be like,
it's not great. But again, I say it with this Lukaku thing. Forget Lukaku.
But Havertz and Werner,
he didn't start the game.
and Werner are not
He
bad
didn't start
players.
the game.
They're
Not bad players, but look at the way they're shooting, Steve. Like
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But Tuchel needs to get the best out of them now. He needs to sort it out.
The manager can't go onto the pitch and make them shoot properly. These are meant to be top forwards. They should know how to shoot. And when you get that many opportunities and the ball comes across that box that many times, if Reece James is crossing into Liverpool's box, that's 3 goals. If Man City, if Reece James is crossing into Man City's penalty area, Gabriel Jesus or Sterling's coming in at back post and tapping it in. So I'm sorry, I don't know what more he needs to do when he sets his team up to he's coached his team basically to a 3-0 and they just want to miss chance after chance after chance and they don't know how to shoot. So listen, I just before Grizz goes, I don't know what the new owners are going to do, but at least if they come with better recruitment, I'll be happy because we've been spunking up way too much money up the wall, and now it's time to spend less and spend smart. That's what I'm trying to see. So, I'm like I said, I'm done with the Prem anyway this season. It's a wrap.
Can I say something? I predicted about 3 weeks ago, and again, Chelsea fans came for me. I said Chelsea ain't going to win many or play well in many more games left for the season because of the state they are until the FA Cup final. Because I know their focus is totally on the FA Cup final against us. And I'm not saying it because it was against us. I'm just saying generally that's how it is, isn't it? They've got nothing left in the Premier League. They're going to finish third, however shit they're playing. So they're not going to do nothing. The problem, in my opinion, from my perspective, the problem is going to be in the summer. Because Tuchel, he's going to have to make a call on these forwards. Havertz, Werner, Lukaku, Ziyech, right? These Pulisic, I've just named you 5 people that are all 35, 40 million plus, right? That, in my opinion, maybe only one of them deserves to stay at Chelsea, right? I don't know your opinion, Matisse, because you're the Chelsea man, yeah? The problem is he's not in a position to move them. I think the new owners ain't looking to invest millions and millions. I think you're going to have to work your scouts, work his coaching, work internal solutions. And this is the problem I've envisaged years ago. My plan, my evil plan was, when Roman leaves, that empire is going to crumble. And I genuinely see that. Because Tuchel has got a lot of work to do. If he goes into the next season with the same attack, because he can't be invested, he can't be swapped, Lukaku might go and you might swap him for someone. I can't see him changing 4 or 5 of those. He's got to stick with them. And they can't finish. They can't. I agree with you. He can't.
Southampton.
Steve, I did watch the game and they were walking through United. United are fucked. So let's not talk about United. United are embarrassing. Yeah? Chelsea were walking through them, but they couldn't put them away. They couldn't score. They couldn't hit the target, nothing. So it was a bad result, not being able to beat Man United this season. That's an embarrassing, one of the most embarrassing. Any team that don't beat Man United this season should be slapping themselves, man, because this United team pure dirt.
Hey, Tob, what was your results against United?
Embarrassing. But
what was the result?
3-2 at Old Trafford and 3-0. But yeah, you did us a great favor with that 3-0. Thank you. Thank you. If that's what we're gonna get after 3-0,
Say no more.
Matisse, you got Everton away next. Lampard relegation battle. Are you gonna put the name?
Jeez, another shit team, but you're not playing well. I told you they're not gonna win a game. I can seriously see Chelsea not winning more than 1 game before the end of the season. All saving it for the FA Cup final, which is a risk.
I don't think it'll be that bad, but I'm not confident for this Everton game because for me, Man United away was easier than Everton because Man United not playing for nothing, and we saw how they got opened up. Everton, they're all over the place, but they got a whole heap to play for. So I'm gonna go over Everton win 2-1. I'm going against the grain.
Look at my man. Look at my man. he said underdog thing now, yeah?
I'm on this title thing, bro. I'm not playing these games no more.
I said I'm not playing these games no more.
Lord, ah, Lord.
It's funny because every time we go around predictions for Chelsea, every single person here goes with Chelsea win. Every single time. Every time.
Look what they've done. They've broken you, bro.
Every time we come here, we go over
You
Chelsea.
sticking
Win.
with that, yeah? 2-1, yeah? You
Yeah.
sticking with that?
Yeah.
It's down. Set.
Everton have to win.
They do. I'm going 2-2. I think it'll be a draw. Steve.
And there's going to be 4 goals in that.
Is that Goodison?
Yeah, man.
1-0 Everton.
Oh, you lot got me thinking here, boy.
Chelsea ain't losing to Everton. Come on.
You lot got me thinking here.
Lamp's redemption.
I'm going to copy
He's not
Cam
rising.
anyway. I'm going to copy Cam.
Saeed's gone with 2-0. 2-0 Chelsea. That's what
2-0
Saeed's saying.
Chelsea. Saeed
Yeah.
said 2-0 Chelsea.
Oh, Saeed.
What'd you say, Cams?
Did you say I said 2-0 Chelsea?
No,
Nah,
Saeed.
Saeed said
Okay,
2-0.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea.
Chelsea have got it, man. Go on, Grizz, man. 2-1.
Oh, shit, man.
2-1. Foresight. Trust me.
Everton
I'm
are
giving you a
rattled.
point. I'm giving you points here.
I'm going to go with Cam, man. Come on, Cam. Pull me through this. Yeah, man.
2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea. TOBS.
1-0 Chelsea.
1-0 Chelsea. That's all.
Carlison gonna nick one.
Back to you, Cams. For the United Brentford prediction, Saeed's gone with 2-2.
Where is it? Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saeed's done, innit? He's
He's done. He's done.
I'm gonna go.
He's the best.
I'm gonna go 2-1 to United.
2-1 to United.
Yeah. Ronaldo is he's trying to sneakily, he's trying to break that 20 goals. I'm telling you, he wants that, you know what I mean? He
Definitely
wants
his man,
to style
for
up
sure.
golden boot, but he wants to be right there.
Definitely his man.
Yeah, this is the perfect game.
I want it. To be fair, I want him to get it, man. I want him to get it.
You're just the arse-lip, man.
Yeah, we would have,
I wanna
bro.
get
It would have been good to have a 3-horse race, Kane, Salah, and Ronaldo. But
That's the way the cookie crumbles, bro.
yeah,
Sorry.
man, it's unfortunate still. Prime.
Keep trying to stir, though. Keep trying to stir.
In the
I hope you're
prime,
cooking up something good over there.
Yeah.
Like, it's my turn, yeah?
Yeah.
2-0 United.
2-0 United. TOBS.
2-1 Man United.
2-1. Matisse.
3-1 United.
When is this game, Cam? Sunday.
I don't even know. Monday.
It has to be.
I'm asking you.
Monday night.
You don't
Monday.
know.
Monday
Oh,
night.
I'm waiting for Real Madrid City. You know.
2-1. I'm going 2-1 United. Steve.
2-1 Brentford.
Good in, Steve.
you don't rate that.
Oh, Brentford,
I'm just here for the I'm just here for the banter now. I'll take the chili. I'll eat it. I don't give a fuck.
Listen, it's hard to predict who. When I bring up the league, it's 3 points from top to bottom. It's crazy. No one can really say who's going to win it. West Ham, Arsenal. Listen, obviously West Ham just lost. What is it? 2-1 in it to Frankfurt. So the semi-final is still very much all to play for. So I expect them to rest players. I don't know because they have to balance it as well because they can't put all their eggs in the Europa League basket, lose, and then miss out on Europe altogether. But with only one defender fit, it's mad for them. It's mad.
Zuma came back today, innit? Zuma came back today.
Yeah, they was home tonight, innit?
Yeah.
And Arsenal, obviously, Xhaka and Nene, they've been solid last couple of games. Tomiyasu's back in. I hope Martinelli comes back in. I expect Eddie to start this.
Go on, Sam.
2-1 Arsenal. 2-1 Arsenal. Steve.
Why didn't it take you so long to predict?
2-0
I'm trying to cover my options. If you see where I am in the league now, you'll know why, my guy. You'll know why.
Okay,
Steve.
2-0 Arsenal.
2-0.
Arsenal
Saeed
got?
on West Ham away. Saeed on 2-1 Arsenal. Cams.
West Ham away. They might 1-1. 1-1.
GRIZZ.
1-0 Arsenal.
1-0 Arsenal. TOBS.
1-1.
1-1. Matisse.
Don't you dare predict the Arsenal win.
Oh, of course, I am going to predict Arsenal. They're playing West Ham. West Ham literally have no defenders. They've got bigger fish to fry. I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal.
2-0 as well. That's all the Arsenal ones in. Tottenham, Leicester, TOBS.
We have to win it. Literally, we just have to win the game.
Oh, lovely analysis, Toby.
We have to win it. We need to. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Let me add another one. We have to win it, and we need to actually start scoring again because this no shots on target thing. Or bet yeah, we need to start scoring, and we need to actually start getting shots on fucking target because this no goals in 2 games thing is not on. It's not on. If we don't win this week and Arsenal win against West Ham, it's done. I think it's over.
What's your prediction?
Oh, I think we'll win it. I'm gonna go 3-1 Tottenham.
Well, do you know, like, do you reckon you know who will score and stuff?
Yes,
or do you
Harry
reckon...
Kane will be back in the goal. Harry Kane will be back in the goal.
Does Tobes get extra points for prediction of goal scorers? Or
yeah. Harry Kane will be back in the goals. He's got a really good record.
You're taking the piss.
Got a really good record against Leicester, so I expect that to continue.
Fairs.
Speaking so softly now, isn't it?
Matisse, go on.
Mad when it comes to Tottenham. Now his voice is
I'm still having notes,
like you got a different accent when Tottenham comes.
we
You know when you're
vibing,
in work and you got a different accent, like "Hello, my name's." That's how you're moving. Like when Tottenham comes, we're turning.
Your jokes ain't banging, Matisse. Don't.
I'm telling you, bro. It's not a joke. It's real life, bro. It's just how you are.
Allow it, man.
Allow it, bro.
Allow it, man.
Allow it, bro. What was your prediction?
3-1.
2-1. 3-1. Who they playing?
Let's start home.
I'm going with 1-0 Tottenham.
Matisse has gone 1-0 Tottenham. I've gone 3-1 Tottenham. Steve?
Spurs. 2-1 Spurs.
2-1 Spurs. Saeed's gone 2-0 Tottenham. Cams?
2-0 Spurs.
2-0, yeah.
Who's scoring?
Romero and Don.
This guy is so petty.
Corner and Son
fair
from a clean assist.
Fair play.
And then you guys will say he's a number 10 and all this stuff. And,
Yeah.
I mean?
So your narrative writes itself. That's what you want. This guy is nasty, man.
Go on, last but not least, GRIZZ.
2-0.
2-0 as well. Tottenham 2-0. That's all the predictions in, people. We've obviously got the league table to bring up now. Here's how it looked last week. Give me a sec. Here we are. Or not last week. Here's how it looked before the United-Chelsea game. Here's how it looks after.
Jeez.
Me and Tobes got the 1-1 prediction bang on. GRIZZ and Saeed got the draw bang on. Matisse and Steve got nothing. So for the benefit of the Spotify Apple listeners, GRIZZ is at the top, 132 points. I'm in second place, 131. Matisse next up, 130 points from 14 correct scores. Steve, 130 points from 13 correct scores. Saeed and Tobes at the bottom, 129 points each, 12 correct scores each. That's how it stands right now. And listen, people, I've pinned a video in the chat. That video is the top 6 centre mids of the Premier League era. As this video closes out, I need you lot to all go from this video to that video. I need to see at least 1,000 people waiting, and then I'll hit live, and that video will go straight after this one ends. So make
It's a
sure
madness, man. It's a madness.
Hey, you don't need to see this. Somebody on Twitter, yeah,
Mad thing.
put Lukaku's cameo versus United.
Oh, is that from Total Wipeout?
But that's Robbie, bro.
Is it from Total Wipeout?
That's a total wipeout. Hey, don't kill me, man. That is hilarious.
I've got some super chats that I need to round up as well. But before we do, make sure you guys support the sponsor. There's 10% off all men's items over at FM London. There's a link in the description below. Use that link so they know you're coming through us. Apply the discount at the checkout. And all men's items, boxers, socks, vests, tracksuits, hoodies, bottoms, all of that. You can get it for the next 24 hours, 10%. So make sure you guys show some love. Let's see what the super chat's saying to round it up. Jiva says Tuchel sold Tammy, Gray, and Livramento, who are all thriving. He's a top tactician, but his talent ID is very confusing. A top director of football is needed, in my opinion. Karen took the kids. It's all mad. Tell Matisse, relax. He's going to be grounded for Monday's show. Maybe have some ice cream. Philippe says Matisse crying because he and his awful fan base overrated Tuchel, the fraud golem. Enjoy irrelevance without Abramovich. Shakur says Chelsea ain't United since 2016-17 in the league. We are so bad, says Moody. Why can't Tuchel coach finishing? Players are mentality merchants. Tuchel has not been able to bring that instinct. Please don't ignore his gaps. And LT Gaming says losing Rudiger, no sugar daddy, title pretenders, Matisse depressed, Tommy tapping Tuchel, haram ball, tactics, Chelsea in the mud. Long may it continue. Never ask a woman her age, says Doody. A man at his salary. Culture cams who beat Ten Hag in the 2019 Champions League semi-final. Llorente and Wanyama hype. And Fazid last.
He's fighting for his life at the moment. Anyway.
We're not winning the league for at least another 2 seasons. Cup team for 2 more years. Must back Tuchel at all costs. I think that rounds up the super chats, people. And like I said, a little reminder. The top 6 centre mids of the Premier League era is ready to go. Obviously, the link is in the live chat there. It's pinned. Before you do go over there...
Let me start off, because I know this is going to be a controversial one. In 5th position, Stevie.
Oh.
Steven Gerrard in 5th.
I'm walking out. I'm walking out of here.
No, stay. We want to hear it. We want to hear this shit.
Steven Gerrard,
let him talk.
you are going to piss off every scouser on the...
You know what, he's done it before though.
Not only Scouser.
Not only Scouser.
He's done it before. I'm not a Scouser. Lightning strikes twice, man, so you might as well, man.
I'll
back anyway, don't worry. I don't like Scouser.
People are going to be like, he hates Thiago, he hates Gerrard.
You do?
I don't hate... I hold these men highly. In terms of footballing ability, high.
GRIZZ,
but we have to look overall. And when you look at some of the names in this list and some of the accomplishments in this league.
The team achievements.
In this league.
The team achievements. Why are we doing this when why are we ranking X-player above X-player for team achievements? If Gerrard is better than some of these players in this list, why can't he be spoken about as if he's better than some of these players in this list?
If Gerrard was put into some of these top teams, I don't care if it's Man United, I don't care if it's Chelsea, I don't care if it's Man City now, I don't care if it's Arsenal. He walks into every single one of those teams and he makes every single one of those teams better, and then he wins that Premier League title. Steven Gerrard is one of the most complete midfielders we've ever seen in the Premier League.
Find out why, people. Huh?
Who was you lot's top 5?
Can't remember.
We can't reveal that, man.
We can't reveal it now, my guy. You need to go over and watch the video.
Yeah. Okay, say nothing.
But people, find out why. Click that link in the live chat over on the Big Six channel. 1, make sure you subscribe. 2, make sure you hit the like button. And number 3, Steve, Cam's, GRIZZ, TOBS, Matisse, and Thuggery's channels are all in the description below. Make sure you support all of them.
Your mention's about to blow. Your mentions, I'm gonna make sure
you better go to bed.
Of course they're about to blow. I know it's about to blow.
Oh Lord!
Wait, who put Gerrard 5? Turkish.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Listen, I want peace in it, so.
I know what you're saying, man. It's what it is. We'll get into it another day. People, go over to that stream right now. I need to see 1,000 people waiting, then I'll make it go live. Until then, it's staying as it is. Love for the lovers always. We are back Monday night, 10 p.m. people, after the Man United game. Cam's last show for a little while because Saeed is back. So make sure you guys
bring the champagne. Bring the champions, guys.
Come on. I love people. Hit the like button on your way out and hit the like button on the way into the Big Six stream. Love for the love. We're out. Peace.